So I'm in probably the most hellish place in the known universe. It's called Oxford Street, and it runs along the sort of northern edge of central London from east to west. It is a long straight road, and it's the main shopping place. It's the place where people come shopping and have a great day out. This road is very, very long indeed. I mean, it goes way off into the distance. Quite difficult to really see it from here, but it really does go for a long way. And look at all these people. What are they doing? Close up of somebody's head there. It was quite a nice head though. Now, I'll tell you something you didn't know about Oxford Street. This road was laid out in the 1100s, and in the 1100s, the only real reason why you would lay out a road specifically, especially a straight one, would be to connect two places together for transport. And it was a very specific type of transport that they laid this road out for. On the sort of in front of me, off in the distance, in the far eastern edge of Oxford Street, is a thing called the Old Bailey, which is the criminal court. It used to be called Newgate Prison, and that was where they used to keep condemned prisoners. On the far end behind me, the far western edge, was a place called Tyburn, which I've mentioned before. Tyburn is where they had a huge triangular gallows with enough space for 21 people at once. They used to do mass public executions. And they laid out Oxford Street, or as it was first known, Tyburn Road, to connect the prison to the gallows. There's a couple of expressions that come from that activity. One of them, the first one is, "For whom the bell tolls," as they were taking the prisoners out from their cells and putting them onto the transport vehicle, the sort of secure horse and cart. They would ring the church bells. A bell ringing around me. They would then put them on the horse and cart, and they would start them on their last ever journey along the Tyburn Road. Now, the other expression I want to tell you about is this: one for the road. To have one for the road comes from the ancient rite to have a drink along the way. About halfway down the old Tyburn Road were some inns, and they would be taken off the cart. The cart would pull up, they'd be taken off the cart in their shackles and led to the bar, where they'd be given 1 pint of ale, and they would drink it down, and that was to steady their nerves so that they didn't so they weren't too terrified when they got to Tyburn. Of course, I've mentioned before they actually put them up onto the Tyburn tree, they would allow them to stand on what's now called Speaker's Corner and speak their minds. Now, is it coincidence that this road is the main shopping street? Are these people performing their last sort of journey before death? If you can see it, where is it behind me? There's a shop there. Called Forever 21, which of course is all part of this corporate branding of the fashion industry to basically say by buying things you can achieve immortality. So really I just have one question for you. Are these things, are these facts that I've laid out in front of you, are these coincidental? Is it coincidental that this road, which is where people took their last journey before death, the condemned travelled, is that a coincidence? Or is Oxford Street, the shopping street, the road for the damned?